All right, y'all. I'm here for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is season 10, episode 4. I apologize in advance if I seem kind of, not all the way there in this video. I just got back in town today. I got back sometime this morning, but I still tired. But I had a lot of fun this past weekend, but just trying to get back into the swing of things. So, this episode wasn't really much anyway, just like the last few episodes. Things didn't really get popping until towards the end, but it starts off with Nene. Greg is home from the hospital, and pretty much he's just talking about his situation with his heart being much worse than what he thought it was. But he says that they didn't find like any blockage or anything like that. And I just hope that Greg is okay and that he's taking care of himself and that he's doing better these days compared to whenever they was taping all of this. So then we get Sheree. Her life coach Jack Daniels comes to her house, and they go sit outside. And she was saying how the homework assignment that he gave her was hard to do, and she doesn't really remember everything she had said when her and Candy was doing the exercise together. And she feels ashamed, and the only person that she talks about it to with is Jack. And, she says that she's going to talk to her kids in the next couple of weeks about the situation. And he tells her for her next homework assignment, he wants her to do something for herself. And, Sheree, just go ahead and have the conversation with them. Your kids are grown. I understand it's hard and you don't want them to feel no type of way towards their dad. But I think they'll be able to handle it because, like I said, they're grown. They're not kids or, anything. But, they probably already know. I know she said that they don't watch the show, but I'm pretty sure they know. I'm pretty sure they done heard stuff and everything. So she just need to go ahead and have the conversation with them so she could be a little bit more at ease and, just get that off her back or whatever. Then we have Candy. She's headed to New York, and she's going to be on the cover of the Essence magazine. And I remember seeing the cover for that. She looked really pretty up there. And I'm proud of her. This is something else that Candy could put under her belt of something that she did, an accomplishment in her life and everything. So, yeah, I am happy for her. She talks about, once again, juggling her career and being a mom and everything. And Don Juan comes over to help Candy pack because, the last time that he has done that for her was like 10 years ago because, that was always Carmen's job. But, Carmen is not her assistant anymore. So, I guess until they find a new one, Don is going to have to take on a little bit more. And I thought it was so cute when little baby Ace was helping them pack and everything. He is so cute. But anyway, so Dawn also tells her and Todd how like all the hotels are sold out up there, so they got to find something and whatever. Then we get Portia, and pretty much her and Lauren have a conversation about them meeting up with the realtor and the business consultant. And, Lauren was saying that maybe she was having a bad day. So that might have played a role into, her kind of, going off a little bit and everything. And, Portia is like, well, I don't understand why you just don't come and talk to me or whatever. Like, I'm your sister and everything. And, Lauren is saying how she doesn't want to put that extra stress on Portia, with the things that she's going through. And Lauren, she starts getting emotional. She starts getting emotional. I'm getting tongue-tied. She's getting emotional because she's scared that Portia is going to leave her behind as Portia, starts to, continue to rise to the top. She's scared that Portia is going to be like, oh, fuck you, I need an actual assistant and everything. And Portia starts, comforting her and telling her like, listen, I'm doing all of this for us, and I'll never leave you behind. Like, you're always going to be here and everything. And but Lauren, I guess, probably is, dealing with a lot, or at least at that time, because I think her and her baby daddy are back together now. But at the time of this episode, well, when they taped this episode, she probably was dealing with a lot with her, going through the things that she was going through with her baby daddy. So yeah, emotional, whatever. They, like I said, they hug it out. Everything's cool. Then we get Nene. We're back at her house, and you guys remember her friend Monique with the Y. She comes to her house and everything. You guys remember she was up on the show a few years ago. Remember the whole pillow talk fiasco, and her husband was there, and they was on a few other episodes of that season. So yeah, we know they've been friends for a very long time. And Nene talks about having this event called "Don't Forget the Gays and the Girls," or some shit like that she was saying, and how the gays and the girls are the new couple alert or whatever. And I'm just like, yeah, it's just, I mean, you making it seem like gay people are like accessories and everything. Like, they are people, you know what I mean? And like Derek J, because he had came there later on or whatever. Well, he was at the event, you know what I'm saying? And he was saying, that's pretty much like saying, that's pretty much like telling a white person, bring your best, black friend or whatever to an event or something like that. But we'll get more on that, a little later in the video. But anyway, so yeah, I just was like, I mean, come on, Nene, you know what I mean? But anyway, so like I said, she wants to throw this event or whatever. And then the name that she had for it, I was just like, people just have an event for anything nowadays. They just make up names for shit. You know what I mean? But anyway, so Nene has a gay friend named Brandon. And he comes to her house, and they're talking about the theme and everything. And like I said, she's saying it's, never forget. And Brandon is like, forget what? And Nene is like, that you came over here because some guests be forgetting. And I'm talking about Porsche, because I guess Nene was saying that Porsche was trying to act slow and forgot that she's come to, Nene's new house and everything. And they did show a picture with her, Monique and Porsche and everything. And Nene is saying how, Portia is not invited, and, Monique and Brandon, they're telling her, well, I think you should have a conversation with her because, and she was like, why I need to have a conversation with her? Like, don't be telling me to have no conversation with her. And I'm just like, girl, calm down. Like, that's what people be talking about with you. When somebody say something you don't like or you don't agree with, you just be doing a little bit much. You know what I'm saying? And I told y'all before, I do like Nene, but I know when she be on some bullshit. You know what I mean? But anyway, so like I said, they was, trying to tell her to, they should talk to Portia because, they like her and everything. And she was saying, you guys don't even know how she was trying to sit up here and tell me, oh, the door is closed on our friendship and da. And then how Portia had sent her a text message pretty much saying, it was like a few days ago saying how she wanted to sit down with Nene and, why Nene. And she was asking in the text message, why Nene was so angry with her and everything. And, she was saying how, Portia was tied up in that lie with Phaedra, putting the drug accusations on Candy. And then she threw Phaedra under the bus when, she got caught in hot water and everything. I was like, well, yeah. Because she did kind of make herself look like the victim in that situation. But, yeah, But anyways, then we get Kenya and Sheree. They meet up to go to like this spin class, and she says that Sheree was the only one who pretty much was supportive of her marriage. And I was like, Okay. I mean, I was kind of confused when she said that. I mean, they showed a little flashback of Sheree saying, well, if you're happy, then I'm happy for you, or whatever she had said. But I mean, okay. But anyway, so after they finish, spinning on the bikes or whatever, they sit down and Sheree says that she's all about love and she's happy for Kenya. And Kenya says that, I invited you out because pretty much I wanted you to be like a part of my public service announcement for domestic violence. And Sheree is like, well, the National Correlation of Domestic Violence, reached out to me to be an ambassador. So I do feel like this is a great idea, but I just want to make sure it's not going to be like a conflict of interest or whatever. So then, as they're sitting there, Nene is texting them about, the event or whatever. So then we get Cynthia. She's meeting with Will for ice cream, and Cynthia is just smiling ear to ear, boy. Like, it just reminded me of somebody like in middle school or high school having a crush on somebody and just being all smiley and everything. I thought it was kind of cute. But anyway, so he talks about him being on the blogs, and she says that she knew it was coming, and he's asking her like, do you have any tips or whatever for me, and pretty much being with you or whatever. And she pretty much just want them to be on the same page. Just, keep shit 100 pretty much. And he's asking, so when I'm going to come to Lake Bailey and everything. And she says, if things continue to, go right, then it'll be soon. So then we're back at Nene's house. She's preparing for the party. She has a lot of eye candy there. Guys with their shirts off and everything. And, even though Greg is, sick and everything, she still gonna have this party. But, he says that he's fine with it. And, I guess Greg just probably don't want to just be just sitting around, like, y'all know what I'm trying to say. I guess he just don't want to be sitting around like, oh, I'm dealing with this, I guess he, wants to do some, do things or whatever. So, I mean, if he okay with it, then, I mean, what am I to say, anything? Well, who am I to say anything, I should say. But anyway, so then, Marlo shows up, and you guys know that, her and Nene are friends again. I remember seeing pictures of them earlier this year hanging out and stuff like that. And they haven't talked in like 4 years, and they saw each other 2 weeks prior to to Nene's party. And she was like that they argued for like 30 minutes, and then they pretty much made up. So Nene admits that she was like upset because Marlo was friends with Kenya or whatever, because she felt like Marlo acted like she wanted to pick a fight with her. You guys remember a few seasons ago, I think, who event was it? It might have been Cynthia's event. You guys remember where they were like doing all them challenges, and they had different teams and everything, and they got into it real bad or whatever. Like, yeah, so I mean, like they said, everything, is behind them now. And, Marlo, she's asking about, Porsche. And she was like, oh, I heard she got a bigger house than you, fucking around with Nene. Nene ain't like that shit. So then we get, Sheree. She is at Kim Zolciak's house. I don't know how many episodes Kim is going to be up here, but I feel like she's going to irritate my nerves, because she irritated my nerves on this damn episode. So pretty much Sheree has made Kim her date to Nene's event. And I was like, Kim ain't gay. I mean, I know she went through that phase many seasons ago where she was dating that girl and everything, but I mean, yeah, Kim ain't gay. But anyway, so like I said, Nene doesn't know that she's coming. Kim is saying how, I've been hearing, people saying how Sheree is like the bone carrier or whatever, but I don't see that. She's never been that way with me. I said, so you don't remember many seasons ago when she brought that shit back to you about Candy and tried to put everything on Candy about whatever the comment was about the African babies. When it, if I'm not mistaken, it really was Cynthia who said that shit. Yeah, Sheree be carrying bones and don't always carry them with the correct information. I'm just saying. But anyway, so Sheree talks about the life coach and how she wants to go to San Francisco with all the girls and everything. And, Kim is like, what about that dumb bitch, Kim, that was at your house, going through, your basement and everything, talking about Kenya. And, Sheree, is like, well, Sheree talks about, Kenya being married and everything. And, Kim is like, I heard that it was to a fan. Okay, and like, what is your fucking point? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so Sheree was talking about Kenya, I guess, having babies or something like that. And Kim says, isn't she like 46 or 47? Like, I hope she ain't trying to have no babies that old or something like that, she was saying. But anyways, and then they talk about the fact that nobody has met her husband yet. So then we're at Nene's event, and like I said earlier, Derek J was Cynthia's date, and I see that nothing much has changed with him in the way he dresses. But anyways, Derek is saying that he loves Nene, but like I told y'all, he was kind of annoyed with the whole idea of the party, and he was kind of offended. And like I said, I understand why he was offended, because you're making it seem like gay people are like just accessories or something like that. And it's like, and I actually was having a conversation with one of my friends, one of my guy friends, he's a part of the LBGT community. And I was telling him, like, yeah, I don't like how females do that. Just like, I mean, if you're my friend, you're my friend. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to call you my gay husband and all this other stuff that a lot of, straight females do. Like, but anyways, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to read the notes. I'm getting off track. But anyway, so, Lisa Wu is there. Kenya, she's talking to Cynthia about, her seeing on the blogs that, they calling Will her boyfriend and everything. And, Marlo shows up, and then we see Kim and Sheree showing up, and Kim is already throwing shade, talking about something, ooh, where's the AC at, and all this other shit. And then Cynthia brings up to Nene's attention about, Derek J. And, Nene was like, yeah, he did call me and say that he was a little offended. Now, I'm going to say this, though. If you were offended, why would you even show up to, you know what I'm saying? Because now it look like you letting yourself being, it looks like he's letting himself being used. You know what I mean? Because if you was offended by this, why would you still show up to the event? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so she was saying that wasn't her intentions or whatever. And it probably wasn't. But I mean, I still don't see how she don't understand how this shit just looks crazy, But anyway, so she sees Kim from a distance, and she's like, is that Kim Zolciak or whatever? And she was like, she was, and then she started yelling it out to her, like, is that Kim Zolciak over there? And Kim was like, hey bitch, hey Nene Leaks and all this other stuff. Y'all, you know how they do, just my God, you could tell that shit was fake as fuck. But anyways, so all the girls go inside. Kim, Nene, Sheree, Kenya, Cynthia, and Marlo. And Marlo is congratulating Kenya on her marriage and everything. And she's like, I mean, everybody else met him. When am I going to meet him? And Sheree was like, girl, nobody else has met the man yet. And Kim, she's over there making side comments, talking about some that's because he doesn't exist and everything, and making faces and all this other stuff, and saying a whole bunch of other shit. And Kenya was trying to ignore it at first, but then Kenya finally said, you know what, shut the fuck up. Like, why are you so worried about me or whatever? Like, didn't they cut your heart out? Like, why is your heart, why is your heart so on me? Like, didn't they cut it out when you had your reassignment surgery? And I was like, woo. I was like, woo, okay. But Kenya is telling her to worry about her husband, and Kim is saying her little stuff, and saying how don't nobody give a fuck about you. And Kenya is like, I mean, bitch, you worried about my life, you asking shit about my life, you know what I mean? And then Kenya says, worry about your life and your daughter that you try to pimp out for John Legend tickets. I was like, shit. Because y'all remember, it was in the blogs how, Kim had, said what she said. What did she say? What does Brielle have to do? Blow somebody off to, get some tickets or something? Yeah, y'all know she said something along them lines. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, who the hell says that? I mean, it don't matter that your daughter grown. It's like, who would ever say that about their damn daughter? Whether you was playing or not. That shit, no. Like, come on. You know what I mean? But anyways, next thing you know, Kim, act like she trying to fight Kenya or something. And they trying to hold her back. And that's when the camera's cut off and they say to be continued. So that was the episode, you guys. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you share the video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.